D11T Walkaround. This one's a push cat. It's got a push blade on it. It's got springs to lessen the impact. So with a blade like this, you can't really push dirt from the bottom. As pressure goes on the edge, it pulls the blade forward and it will break these bolts. It's made for pushing in the middle and the top half. It's not made for pushing right at the bottom. She's a big old bitch here. On this one, on the rollers underneath there, they're not fixed. They're independent bogies. This adds to the somewhat suspension of the undercarriage. That right there is the pivot shaft. A lot of people don't know that there's special oil that goes in the pivot shaft. Smaller dozers don't have this, but the big ones do. The tank's up top, and you gotta check the level. The ripper, back of the ripper, you see it's painted black? That is so any light and sun doesn't glare off the ripper when you're looking at it. Also, same thing on the front. If you've ever wondered why the top of the hard nose up there is painted black, not yellow, reduced glare. It's flat black. This shank needs a new tooth. It's got a Shank Guard on it. That's the Shank Guard. It's a long way up there. This hole right here is the pin for the shank. Go around to the other side. There's the linkage for that pin. Inside the cab, there's a switch to control this. There's a little hydraulic ram right there. It'll pull that pin out, and then you can adjust the height of the shank. It has, depending on the shank, you might have 3 or 4 settings. The shank isn't very long. I think it only has 2 settings. And right now it's on the lowest one. That right there is a big ass final drive. It's got the big ass square tanks on it. This is T series. I think it holds around 1800, 2000 liters, something like that. I don't know the exact specs on it. This right there, the upper carrier roller, takes the slack out of the track. Has a big ass handle right here. It's not fixed. It's loose in case a dirt chunk or something hits it. It won't tear it right off. It'll just bump it and it'll move. Yeah, it's a long way up to the top of the hard nose there. But let's go inside. The engine compartment has a big ass engine. I think this one has the C32 D11T twin turbo, twin exhaust, twin intake. This one has got wicked lights on. Let's go inside the cab. So on this one, because of this safety rail, you have like no vision. You can't see much. You can see your tooth down there. But these fuel tanks are very big and block a lot of vision. Right there you got your backup camera. This right there, I'm sure you've seen that before. It's on D8s and larger. That's for the ripper. It's a nice little handle that you can hang on to when you're ripping. Up, down. This will adjust the pitch on your shank. Got a little TV screen there. Shows some info about the dozer, just like on the D8s and 10s. Heat up there. Most important thing up there, stereo. Dash. This one has a lot of hours on it, as you can see. Brake, accelerator, clutch steering, park brake. These are the clutches. This is your left track. This is your right track. This right here, you shift forward, reverse, neutral, gearing, 1, 2. Some have 3. Don't ever use 3. If you drive this in 3rd gear, you'll be fired. But that's pretty standard. So, there you go. Quick little look. Oh, one more thing. And that door right there is the tank for the pivot shaft oil. In here, pull that up. On the T series, it has 2 master switches. There you go.